What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be watching Team Liquid versus Falcon. Alright, so people in the comment section actually requested this, and it was the star match during week number 1, so that's why I'm going to go over it. But I'm only going to watch game number 2, so this is match number 2. Just to recap, Team Liquid actually won 2-0. I'm currently recording this on Friday, it's currently Friday right now, which is today. And on game number 1, Tlph actually won with Matilda Alpha. Okay, so they had a utility lineup. Now we're looking at game number 2, and it looks like Falcon ended up banning Sujin, Fanny, and Lu Yi. Alright, and then for Team Liquid, they banned Phoveus, Matilda, and Moskov, so they don't have a split push for Falcon, knowing that Super Marco's Moskov is quite respectable. And then Team Liquid picking the Harrods, which is kind of common right now. So Team Falcon probably Suyu, or yeah, Suyu, and maybe like in my opinion, like a Selena. Probably a Selena or even an Eve could be possible, or maybe a Badang flex could be possible. Badang could be pretty good. They picked the Chu instead though, so I'm not sure if this is gonna be a flex pick for Team Falcons. And then Team Liquid answers right back rapidly with Farsa and CC. All right, so for Team Liquid, they have CC as their split pusher, right? Since Harith cannot split push. Now for Farsa, they have a lot of poke and they have a lot of mobility with Farsa's bird as well. So that's pretty good. They have a lot of poke burst and mobility with Farsa. So Farsa is actually a really like high tier mage right now, along with like Selena, Loyi, and Eve, and Sushin of course. And then right here, Falcons ended up picking Granger. Alright, so for Granger, in terms of laning before level 4, I think Harith wins. But after level 4, it's like a 50-50, depending if Granger could poke the Harith before they go into a 1v1 or into a fight. Since Granger obviously has more range than Harith if you consider his ulti, right? So now, Team Falcons, they need to ban a jungler or a tank. So they could either ban like maybe like a Hanzo, Nolan, something like that, Alpha. Hanzo, Nolan, or Alpha. To be honest, those three are pretty good junglers for Team Liquid, because you gotta consider like they have a mage in the gold lane right now. They have 2 mages right now, so most likely it's gonna be physical as a jungler. But from what I remember, they do some weird shit here where they go Joy and they go 2 magic, and then all their physical is CC, which is, it could be pretty decent as well, but it's kind of risky, right? Being magic heavy is kind of risky if they just build Athena's Radiant. So they did ban the Alpha. So now for Falcons, they could actually like instant pick a Jawhead here if they want to flex the Chu, right? If they want like a fast farm, so they could get the Jawhead here. Or okay, they ended up banning the Jawhead. I'm not really sure why. It was a good pick for their side. I'm really not sure why they banned it, but it is what it is. So these guys banned the Badang, which is pretty good. Badang flex. The Badang would have been like perfect right here earlier, but Chu is just okay. I think Badang is a better flex than Chu in my opinion. They banned Sicilian as well. I'm not really sure why they banned Sicilian, but I guess it does work. Maybe just to avoid being cancelled from Sicilian, because they have a Farsa, and it's very much scaling late game. These guys picked the Selena. Alright, so that's pretty good. Selena's pretty good right here. Nobody stops her. Like in terms of crowd control, they don't have a lot of crowd control. They only have the chip. Alright, so chip right now is the only crowd control that Team Liquid has, except for CC's Link and Farsa's stun, of course. So considering that they have a split, they don't right now. Team Falcons don't have any split pusher if you think about it. So Team Falcons has 2 choices. They could flex this Chu and go Tigreal for the Joy, or go Belric, right? They could make this XP Chu. Or if they really want to go XP, like they could go Xborg, but Xborg kind of sucks here because they have a Farsa and a Joy, so Xborg's kind of hard to play against that. Or a Ruby, like a Ruby XP, if they really want to force an XP hero here. Who else could possibly be good against CC, right? So I think the best choice would have been put Chu in the XP and then pick like a tank. But instead, they picked Lucas. And if you guys don't know, CC is like I'm sure the players know this. This is like a hard counter to Lucas. So I'm not even sure why they picked Lucas into the CC. Into the CC. Yeah, so I'm kind of confused about that. That's where I'm kind of like having doubts. And I was actually watching this game at live, and as soon as I saw that pick, I was kind of flabbergasted because it's a I'm sure I know Falcons knows this because Flap had like a, what's it called? He had a poster where it says, when Lucas was still new, it just released. He had a poster where he puts who counters Lucas, and he put like Hilda, CC, and like someone else. I forgot who the other one was. So I'm sure they know this. I'm not really sure why they picked Lucas into a CC, which is quite hard to pick or to play. You're putting yourself at a disadvantage, and your last pick, your hero is the last pick of the draft. So you putting yourself at a disadvantage in that lane just doesn't sit well for me. I don't know. And you'll see how CC counters Lucas in a second. Look, even right here, he's struggling. Like early game, it's only 40 seconds in. Only 40 seconds in, and look what's happening. I'm not even seeing them in the right now. See, I'm not even seeing them in the camera right now. But just looking at the minimap, you could see how Lucas gets countered by CC. Right here, Carl TZ actually does a good job poking the Suyu. Oh my god, that is risky as hell from JP. I don't see a lot of plays from JP like that, like flickering in all of a sudden. Usually that's a Yahweh thing, but JP, I don't know why he flickered for that. Not a good flicker from JP. Anyways, it was a really good poke from Carl, knowing that Suyu actually poked the Farsa. You see this? He needs some help. He cannot 1v1 the CC. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Before he even joins the team fight, he's gonna be poked by CC if nobody helps him. And Carl is actually doing a really good job enabling his teammates right now. Like he visited mid twice just to help this Farsa so they could rotate a lot faster. Because a lot of junglers, from what I noticed, they just farm, and then once the turtle comes up, they just wait at the turtle and nothing happens. They don't have any setup. But in this case, very nice ambush from Daddy JP right there, bruh. Yeah, that was a really good teleport from JP with the chip, knowing that Suyu was overextended, but he's gonna trade. I think it's worth it, even if he dies here. It's worth it. I'll take it. And then Chu gets poke. There it is. Yeah, they get poked. So Chu's less than half health, gonna regen. CC's level 4. He's gonna pressure that long lane since Lucas is kind of slow. He needs to go into the turtle fight. Here we go. First turtle. CC's pulling the turtle right here, and they're not gonna do it. So they're just gonna farm it off, reset. Even Flap is gonna hold the turtle. Let's see. It looks like Falcons are they're gonna go for this turtle, knowing that Joy is not going for it, or is gonna be late for it unless JP has teleport. Oh, they know JP has teleport. Perfectly timed. Jeez, that was very well played from JP. That was huge. That was huge. They knew that Joy could still get the red, knowing that JP was level 4 by the time turtle spawns. That was perfect. And so far, you could see Lucas cannot do anything, right? Lucas cannot do shit. By the time he was at the turtle fight, he was like this much health. And you'll see even later on, he's gonna struggle. CC's just gonna wait for you. He's gonna freeze your lane. He's gonna poke you. Wow, watch. See? It's hard to play Lucas against this. Okay. Ooh, Oheb got that gold crab. That's huge also. The cannon minion's about to die. I'm surprised he didn't go for the poke. Oh, cannon minion did not die. Okay, cannon minion did not die. He's just gonna push this. JP, this is what I like about JP. Like with these kinds of heroes, he's kind of smart the way he approaches it. Like we all know he's not like a crazy playmaker, but with these types of heroes, like that needs like good IQ to make it work. Sanford, he's gonna die here. That's not good positioning. He got stunned by Selena. Thank God he lived. I thought he was gonna die there, to be honest with you. But Selena didn't have another dash. Yeah, JP's just giving vision and kind of not showing himself too much. Like, earlier he was just hiding, right? He wasn't marrying the Cho. Because the more the Cho sees him, the less pressure he gives as a chip. So that's, you know, this... Oh my god, he's going for this. I'm not sure why he teleported. I don't think that was a good teleport, though. Maybe he thought Cho was gonna kick. Anyways, we all know that Ogwen is not a very I wouldn't say he's a bad show. He's just, as soon as I said like almost a bad show, he does this play. Well, he's not known for his show, is all I'm saying. He's not a bad show. He's not known for it. So he's not. He's more known for heroes like Grok, Mathilda, Ruby, that Edith. But with Cho, he's just okay. I wouldn't say he's the best. Stanford getting poked here. They can't burst the CC. Both of them are poked down. That was technically a 2v1. Now Lucas doesn't have ulti for this turtle fight, but CC's also low, so it's a 4v4. Technically, Lucas had to back. CC could still help. He goes for the link, goes for the poke. Chip dies, but for a trade, so that's pretty good. Like, I think the way Chip wants to play this out is if he doesn't have ulti, he just wants to die for his team so that they could get objectives. So, and not a lot of people appreciate that, especially like some viewers that always blame JP. That always blame JP whenever TLPH loses. Like sometimes he will die for his teammate just to get like a trade-off. But there are times where I notice that JP's a little too passive, for my liking at least. But in this case, like the two deaths that he has are pretty much worth it in my opinion. So far, at least, so far. And look at JP just going around the map and look, you see this? You see how smart he plays with knowing that, oh, this guy's probably gonna rotate here, so I'm gonna wait here. A lot of Chip, they use Chip as like they mirror with Chip, which is not good. The more you're seen with Chip, the less pressure you have. And the way JP's playing it is he's just hiding and not showing himself in the map. So it makes it like very, very hard to navigate around Falcons map. And it's kind of scary to like farm alone if you're Falcon, because you don't know where JP's gonna be. So these setups are opening up the map for TLPH quite well right now. So yeah, Chip so far has been a key pick for TLPH. But them playing Lucas into a CC is also very detrimental, I think. And especially like Harris is pretty good against Lucas. He's one of the only few gold laners that could like stand toe to toe with Lucas 1v1. Anyways, yeah, Selena is 3-0-1 right here. And I noticed that Selena has a really low win rate in MPL. Even though she's like a really good pick if you think about it. Like she clears fast, she has mobility, she has vision, which not a lot of heroes have. She pokes quite well. The only problem she has is probably defending. Probably defending at like the late game. And look at Lucas and Chu getting destroyed by CC. You see what I mean? Gets melted. And that was like almost a 2v1. I don't know, it was a 2v2 I guess, but it was mainly CC doing the DPS. They get a free turtle. They're even gonna go bot. And I like how TLPH is not going like, okay, we get a free turtle, but everybody goes here. What they do is like, alright, we get a free turtle, nobody's gonna contest this, since we killed the Lucas. And then we're gonna go to the bot lane right away. Instead of wasting our time and have, you know, the milliseconds count, like the small seconds count. Like they're rotating right away where they need to be, so it makes their tempo that much faster. Rather than helping the turtle and then, yeah, I mean, you're not needed there, right? You see CC? God mode. I'm not trying to glaze easy, but this is what happens when you when you draft CC in such a more comfortable pick. I even think Suyu cannot only v1 CC. I don't think Suyu could 1v1 CC if she dodges the second skill. The second skill, what's it called? The one where he slashes a bunch of times. But yeah, I noticed this one was mainly on the draft for game number 2 for Falcon. They kind of need to switch it up a little bit. And maybe more on comfort as well. Like I said, Ogwen is not really known for his Chu. He's not bad. I would rather have probably... I mean, even Flap is not known for his Chu, but it might be better for Flap to have the Chu so that he doesn't get bullied by CC. Man, Farsa almost hit that. That would have been That would have been crucial if they both died there, but luckily they went away with 1 HP. Yeah, Sanji's also having a time of his life, having a feather airstrike like for free with no pressure at all. Because even if they have a Lucas, before Lucas even comes in, yeah, there it is. There's the. That's what's so hard about Cho, especially if it's not your specialty. Making a play with Cho is like kind of hard. I think Ogwen would have been better with the Tig, and then XP Cho would have been good. Belric Tigreal would have been perfect against Joy as well. I mean, they're gonna have a slower rotation at mid, but I think on team fights it'll help them a lot more, in my opinion. And it could be a really good counter engage for Chip as well. If they end up TPing into a team fight and then Tigreal or Belric is right there next to the TP, it would be crazy, right? But I don't know. They went for freaking Lucas that counters them, or like they literally countered themselves. In my opinion, they countered themselves. And even for the first game, if you guys watched the first game for Tlph versus Falcon, Tlph had Mathilda, Phoveus, was it Phoveus? Yeah. Mathilda, Phoveus, +1. I forgot who the other one was. And then Falcons ended up banning Hanzo when Tlph had Mathilda. Hanzo Mathilda combo. I don't know how that would work. I've never seen it, at least, that combo. But I was kind of surprised when Tlph actually went full magic. Like their jungler's magic, their gold lane is magic. Their only physical damage is CC. So I guess CC's not a hard front line anyways. CC would build War Axe and Sea Halberd, right, at some point, or Brute Force. So I guess it's kind of okay. That's the reason why it makes it okay, just because of the CC pick. But in most cases, you're not gonna see this like together. These two, Harith and Joy. But Tlph is making it work, so I'm not sure what the item is for Ogwen and Flap as well. Like they could stack magic resist early, but Tlph is so snowballed 10k gold lead that I don't think it matters. Even if they do have JP's just teleporting over and over again, and look at this, it's just a straight up snowball. It's kind of one-sided, to be honest with you. Yeah, crucial. And you see Lucas 0-4. I mean, I don't blame Flap. It's a hard matchup. It's a hard matchup. Yeah, you have two carries that are high in mobility, and I would even say Farsa is high in mobility as well. And then you have a lane matchup that counters you. And then you have Chip that if you go into the Chip, he just TPs and the rest of his teammates kill you. So yeah, it's like just in terms of draft, it was just so one-sided. And we have a freaking commercial. Anyways, we're gonna skip this. I want to look at the items. Where are the items? I want to see the items of Ogwen and Flap and see. They didn't show. Maybe they'll show further here. Oh, here it is. There you go. He went Thunderbelt first, which makes him even more. Like, I know Thunderbelt is a good item for Lucas, but they're so magic heavy. They're so magic heavy that I think he should have gone Radiant, in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, Thunderbelt is a tank item, but it's not the same as having Radiant, where it's like anti-magic resist, like fully, right? And then we have Ogwen here that went Athena, so this is good. He went Athena's right away. That's pretty good, but I think Radiant would have been better. But then again, there's a Farsa, so again, Radiant is okay. Athena's is okay, sorry. And then Suyu, usual build. Selena Genius. Genius glowing. And he still does mana boots. Alright, so for a few, I noticed this, alright? So if you played Selena in the most recent draft, you would actually see Selena without mana boots. Why? Because Selena doesn't need a lot of mana anymore. The reason why people build book for Selena is not for the mana. Well, it helps with the mana, but it's not mainly, you're not building it for the mana. You're building it for the cooldown, so that you can throw stuns over and over again. So in my opinion, this could have been better as well. Like, yes, you do a little bit more damage with Genius 1, and you poke a little bit better, but having stuns and having a lot of first kills around the map, or traps around the map, is a lot more crucial than, because you're not going to be like using your first skill and your second skill every single time. You're only gonna use it when you actually hit someone with your stun most of the time, or if somebody gets trapped, right? So that's why you see a lot of Selena build book and then cooldown boots, and then they go glowing one, right? So yeah, this is something that could probably be changed, but it's still a player preference. But in my opinion, I played Selena, like, even in solo, you would realize that she doesn't need a lot of mana. She doesn't use a lot of mana, so you could literally use her without using having is that even a word? Consumption of mana. Anyways, for the build here, Marco had Rose Magic Blade, but I don't think it was enough against a Snowballed Farsa, Joy, and a Harris. So that for me, it was mainly the draft, I would say. And JP did not even build Fleeting Time. I don't know if this is a bug, but it seemed like his ulti was like, it was quick. So maybe he just sold it like late game. But it felt like he had Fleeting Time, or I don't know. Maybe I was just crazy. Yeah, his ultis were quick. Maybe MPL had like a wrong API or something. I'm not sure. But anyways, yeah, he was building full tank as well with Chip. If this is true, yeah. But anyways, let me know what you guys think below. What Team Falcons could have done to actually turn this game around, or drafted this better, in the comment section below. But anyways, that's all for today. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.